Y'all, I want to talk about some rumors right quick. And this is just one rumor that I honestly don't think is going to happen. But how about WrestleMania 43? In Saudi Arabia, you know Saudi's got that money. Would Saudi be able to pull off Roman Reigns versus Stone Cold? Now you probably like, what the hell, man? They ain't gonna do that, man. It's stupid. Well, if you look at what Roman Reigns said on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and I don't know the words verbatim, but basically Roman Reigns was dissing the Attitude Era and was saying that it was easy to get over in the Attitude Era, you know, cussing and drinking beer on TV. Now, was Roman Reigns working Stone Cold, or was he being serious? You know, because it was harder to get over during the Attitude Era than right now. You know, right now, Roman Reigns literally got over because Vince McMahon wanted him to go over, and they forced Roman Reigns down your throats. Back then, they didn't do it. You know, back then, you had The Rock cutting promos and segments that we still watch to this day. Right now, you can't name a Roman Reigns promo that you go back and watch over and over again. You can't, but I can probably name 10 Stone Colds, 10 Rocks, you know, 10 Undertaker promos that, man, we watch every day, all day. You know, memorable. So Roman Reigns, you know, throwing that sneak diss in the Stone Cold, you know, made me think like, you know, would the Saudis be able to pull this off? And the only reason I'm thinking about this is because The Rock, you know, The Rock just lost a bunch of gains. You know, he's off of that. I don't know if The Rock was on steroids or not. He probably was. But The Rock lost a lot of weight, and he got a slimmer build. And The Rock pretty much stated like, man, he was done with wrestling. You know, he was taking a huge back seat to wrestling. So I don't think The Rock is gonna go in the ring with Roman Reigns, especially since, you know, The Rock is probably embarrassed that they took the WrestleMania from New Orleans and they made him announce it. Then the whole Travis Scott situation was a disaster. The whole Cena heel turn was a disaster. The whole Cody, I want your soul was a disaster. So The Rock said, forget it, you know, I'm not doing this no more. The Rock is just going to collect his little check from TKO and be fine with it. So the only person that may want a couple of $1 million would be Stone Cold. Now, Stone Cold is still in shape. You know, Stone Cold still works out. Now, working out and ring ready are two different things. But I don't think it'll take, but, you know, it's WrestleMania 43, so if Stone Cold trains for a year in the ring, oh, he's back to normal. I just don't know what the story could possibly be besides, you know, Roman and Stone Cold getting into a, you know, a little stare down or something, and then, you know, Stone Cold and Roman, you know, get into it. But other than that, I mean, unless Roman turns heel, you know, I doubt we get a Stone Cold heel turn in 2026? No, 2027? You know, I doubt that. Now, we could get a Roman heel turn. You know, Roman technically to me is still heel. You know, I don't know why he's a babyface, but Roman, I mean, what did Roman do to actually be babyface? You know, help Cody out? Man, Roman was a dictator on wrestling. But, you know, that's just my theory. We may or may not get you know, a Roman versus Stone Cold. You know, we may or may not get a Roman versus Stone Cold in 2027, but it's just something to think about, you know. You know, just go back, look at that Roman interview, and let me know if y'all think Roman was slick dissing on Stone Cold. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank y'all for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. Peace.